Hello, welcome to this weather update. It's July 2nd, 2018. I wasn't sure if I was going to do one or not tonight, but just want to keep you posted on some of the heat and what's going on here. So we have a lot of heat over our area, bad air quality. Heat advisory in effect for western Suffolk, Nassau County, New York City, and in New Jersey, it's an excessive heat warning for the lucky folks in New Jersey, and I do not know why that excessive heat warning is not in Monmouth and Ocean and Burlington counties. So that should be in the whole entire state, because there's going to be more excessive heat tomorrow, probably making a run again at 100. So we'll start off there because that's where the worst heat was today. Right now it is down to 77 at Miller Air Park. Let me just move this over. Down to 77 at Miller Air Park. But it is sultry. Dew point is 74, and that's what makes this so uncomfortable. The humidity is very high. And if we go and we look at the high temperature there, you'll see it actually got pretty close to 100 degrees, 99 degrees in Toms River. Very hot indeed. Another brutal day for them and probably much of New Jersey as well. Let's go a little further north, look at another hot spot in New Jersey, and that would be Newark. As soon as we're able to see that, we're waiting for it to load right now, and it's not loading. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, so it's still 83 degrees at Newark, dew point 74. Let's see what it hit there. 95. So see, Toms River is even hotter than 96, but Toms River is even hotter than Newark, which is something. That's for sure. And it's going to be another brutal day for Jersey again. We can go into Central Park. We're starting off from hottest to coolest, and we'll work our way. 81 still at Central Park, dew point 73, and it hit 95 again in the city today. So another really brutal day for New York City. And we go into, let's go into Long Island now, and let's see what the current conditions are there. 78 degrees at Farmingdale Airport, and if we look at the high there, only 90, so right, significantly cooler than yesterday. It was not as bad on Long Island as yesterday was, but the humidity is very high, and the dew point is 74. And if we actually go and we go further out east, and we'll look at Shirley, the Shirley station. Look at this. This is really impressive here. Shirley, which is Brookhaven Airport, is actually located in the Pine Barrens as well. 76 degrees with fog, and the dew point is 76. So that's how. Look at that dew point, 76. This is what makes this heat wave, quite unusual. Is the humidity. I keep talking about how the climate is getting more and more humid here on the East Coast due to climate change. And this is yet another example of. Let's see what it hit at Shirley. 90 degrees for a high there. We could also look at West Hampton as well. And these are traditionally your cooler spots, and it's still not that cool there. 74, dew point 71. We'll see what it hit there. A little cooler there, 87. Still very uncomfortable weather that we are dealing with here. So we'll look at the current temperature in Mineola, 77 degrees, and it says the high here was 94 degrees. So obviously the Wonder Map does not want to work. We're having a problem with it. I don't know why it doesn't want to work on my computer. But if we go and we look at hit the Wonder Map, it's not going to work. If I do this, you'll see it won't work. It won't load. Let's see if it loads. It's probably not going to load. I'm going to see if it loads, and no, it doesn't load. We get that. So I don't know. It's not working on my computer, but I have. There's a way around it. I can actually display a map of the temperatures, the current temperatures, and we can actually show you a map over here of the current temperatures. So you can see it's mostly even along the, I just wanted to point out that even along the shore here, if you look over here, you'd see 77, 80. It's not even cool there as well. So it's warm all over the place tonight. Not going to be cooling off very much. Let's see what tomorrow looks like. We'll take a look at the models and see when we can get some relief from this, because it's not fun. AC they gave me is only 5,000 BTU. It is not enough to keep my place cool. It can't be much below 80 in here right now, so it's not like I can stay inside here and be comfortable. I mean, it is better than it is outside, but 82 is this is because the AC they gave me is not powerful enough. 5,000 BTU is a very weak air conditioner, so I don't know why they couldn't, but hey, it's funding. Thank you, Cuomo, for that. I don't talk about that, but anyway, let's take a look at the models. Alright, so we will look at the computer models once again here, and I'm going to keep you updated every day of this heat wave, because this is a weather event, and this is one thing I'm going to continue to follow. So as we go into Tuesday, you'll see it's going to be hot again. Another hot day, definitely a heat wave, definitely in the, probably no more readings close to 100. There's going to be a few more clouds around, but we're going to see 90s in Jersey again. Long Island, hopefully we'll get more of a break this time with more of a sea breeze and less 90s. But it looks like still, unfortunately, the northern half of Nassau could get above 90 degrees for the rest of the Long Island, mid and upper 80s. Unfortunately, here in Mineola, it gets hot. Not quite as hot as Great Neck, but we definitely don't get the sea breeze that Wantagh would get. As we go into Wednesday, it's going to significantly start getting cooler then. Then we're only going to see highs in the 80s over much of the area. Maybe still some 90s over New York City and parts of New Jersey. And then as we go into Thursday, it doesn't get that hot again. And then we see some bona fide relief by Friday and Saturday. All right, and actually it could end up being a pretty nice day. Let's take a look and see what the sky is going to put up for, let's see what the sky is going to have for us. If we go to total cloud fraction. Yeah, it looks like we can get that front offshore and actually have a nice day on Saturday and Sunday as well. So I actually have some nice sunny, dry, comfortable weather by the weekend. So that actually looks pretty good. But let's get back to the temperatures here. And I'm going to go into the NAM model now, and we'll see what the NAM has for us. Let's see what the NAM has. So we're now looking at the NAM model. Let's see what we got with temperatures tomorrow with the NAM. So the NAM has most of the heat over Jersey. Again, Jersey is going to be hell again. It should be a little better for Long Island. I think it'll be better for Long Island, but we're going to be dealing with the very high dew points. That is something that's not going to go away until Friday, probably, into Saturday. So let me see what the dew point is. See what the dew point is serving up. Let's see. We'll go back. Tuesday. Let's see what we got here. Very hot, high dew point. So very humid, very uncomfortable outside. Really tropical. Very, very uncomfortable weather. But it should get better. It should get better. The other thing we need to look at is precipitation, because as we go into tomorrow, I think the risk of thunderstorms is definitely going to go up, and so we're going to take a look and see what we got going on tomorrow. Yeah, there'll be some activity north and west of the city perhaps tomorrow when it comes to thunderstorms, as you can see, and we could use some rain. It's been hot and the ground is very dry, so we could definitely use some rain, and they really need rain out west too. We're going to take a look at some of the fires going on over there as well. And again, some of that activity for Wednesday too. And Wednesday is July 4th, so hopefully it'll be scattered enough. I don't think any fireworks displays are going to be impacted by that. Okay, I want to look at the MODIS satellite now and show you what's going on here. This is the high resolution satellite from today. You can see there's looks like a hurricane there in the Pacific, and you can see that dust coming off the Sahara Desert, making its way all across the Caribbean to the Caribbean, and maybe even parts of Florida and Texas. All right, and you can see our area pretty much baking in the heat, and some smoke and haze over our area too. It's kind of hazy today. Again, that doesn't help matters either. Speaking of smoke, now remember what I've told you. All right, you can actually see what's going on really easily in this picture. You can see how the warm, above normal water temperatures in the Atlantic are bringing all the warmth and humidity up the eastern coast. And you can see some thunderstorms too over here, as well as some storms over here as well, but mostly over here in this area. So the moisture and the humidity are on the east coast, but the west coast is very, very dry. They have the opposite problem. They don't have enough rain and enough moisture. And so we have this big fire in California that's actually in the suburban areas of San Francisco, west and north of San Francisco. And you can see, look at all these smoke from all these wildfires now, that is now actually shrouding the San Francisco area in a lot of smoke and haze today. And you can see that the wind is offshore, so that's blowing the smoke offshore, and you can see some really, really difficult conditions for people in San Francisco right now because of this. And again, we're seeing these fires every year now, and this is due to climate change. We're seeing changes in the distribution of rainfall, and that is resulting in all these wildfires. So the whole western half of the country is much drier than normal. And you can also see a lot of smoke over here too as well. I'm not sure where this came from. If this came from Canada, I don't think it did. I think it's coming from Colorado. There's some wildfires in Colorado too. So we are seeing mayhem across the planet because of our own doing, because of climate change, and people need to. We need to do something about it. Like I spoke about yesterday, we need to do something. I talk about how we got to do something about these huge pickup trucks. All right, we got to do something about the huge pickups and SUVs. But we also have to get more people to use mass transit, and that's not going to happen in Nassau. I don't report it anymore, but I'll just say I did see a nice bus broken down today. So people aren't going to use public transportation if it's not reliable, and they're going to get in their cars and create more pollution, and that's what's going on. So for those who want to really help the environment, well, put your money where your mouth is, and let's get less vehicles on the road, all right? Because we are going to kill ourselves here with this climate change, and I know there's some people that think that it's not happening. Scientists, you know what? I'm going to go right now to earthnullschool.com and prove to you that we are experiencing climate change. And here's one way I'm going to prove it to you. And I'm not going to put this in every weather update, but I'm just trying to show you what's going on. Look at all the red on this map. These are water temperatures that are above normal. The brighter it is, the more above normal it is. And you can say, let's look at the whole globe. Look at how much more red there is than blue. Right? You can obviously see there's a lot more red than blue. Right? That's the climate change aspect of it. The fact is more areas of the planet are above normal than below normal. All right? And you can see that right here with this ocean anomaly. All right? And this is what I keep saying about anomalies. All right? We're seeing these anomalies, and now I actually want to see if we can get a map of temperature anomalies across the planet as well. Well, unfortunately, whatever reason is, I can't find the temperature anomaly on that site. But what I can show you is this. This is a GFS model anomaly, all right, on Celsius, and you can see there's a lot more red on the map than blue. There is some blue over here, but for the most part, it's red, especially over where people are in the land masses, all right. And this is probably not going to change very much as we go on. And this is what I'm trying to say about climate change, all right. The overall picture is the world is getting warmer. Every year it's getting warmer, all right? And it's because we are emitting greenhouse gases into the air. And when we emit greenhouse gases into the air, we're also, the greatest warming, as you can see, is over places like Siberia. Look at all that. And Greenland, all right? And there's a lot of permafrost in these areas that is thawing. And what happens when permafrost thaws? What is released when permafrost thaws? So here we are again with another map of the world. And what happens when permafrost thaws? Well, I'm going to draw to you what happens when permafrost thaws, because some people don't understand how we're reaching that breaking point. All right, so you have a lot of permafrost in areas like this, a little bit like this. You have permafrost here. You have permafrost up here in Siberia, and it's thawing. And what happens when there's thawing of the permafrost goes on is that there's gas trapped underneath there, and that gas is called methane. All right, it's methane. All right, methane is a much more potent greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. And so when this gets into the air, folks, we will experience serious runaway global warming. And not only will sea levels rise, because when ice melts over here, like places like this, it's going to bring up sea levels, all right? And that's already going on. That's why low-lying islands are starting to go underwater in various parts of this planet, all right? And we are doing that because we have this obsession with burning fossil fuels. And, you know, I don't want to hear about, oh, it costs too much to do this or costs too much to do that. The cost to humanity and this planet will be priceless, all right? So the final word in this video is going to be, not only do we need to get these huge gas-guzzling SUVs and pickup trucks off the road, not only do we need to have pass laws to make sure that all vehicles should be hybrid by now. All personal vehicles should be hybrid. That should be mandatory law, all right? That's number 2. And number 3, we need to invest in public transportation instead of cutting it. That means buses. That means rail. That means whatever other public transportation is available, we need to invest in that. So less people are driving personal vehicles, polluting the air. And it's going to cost, but you know what? In the long run, it's going to save humanity. It's going to save this planet. And that's just the way I feel about it. So that's going to be it for this video. Stay cool through this heat wave, but remember, we are looking at a warmer planet, and more of these heat waves, more of these extremes, more of these fires, more of these storms are going to occur until we get it as humanity. Because right now, this country doesn't get it. And we need to wake up really soon, because this is a climate crisis, and I'm going to keep bringing this up. That's not something I'm going to stop talking about. We are in a climate crisis. That's it.